All right, let's move on to examples C and D. Okay, so I brought some notes from the top down here just so we don't have to keep scrolling up and down. And the first thing I want you to do is to identify the type of slope before we actually find the exact slope. So remember, we're going to read these from left to right. So starting on the left and tracing it to the right, we want to think about what type of slope these have. So if they're moving up as you move from left to right, they would be a positive slope. If it moved trending down from left to right, that would be a negative slope. So let's look at example C. Maybe. And we need to first start out by identifying whether this is going to be a positive or a negative slope. So because this moves from left to right and it looks to be moving not very steep, but it is kind of trending up a little bit, this is probably going to be a positive slope. And now let's find out exactly what the slope was. So I'm going to identify those 2 points that are on here. So we've got -5, -4 labeled for us. And then we also have 1, -3. So this is all in the negatives. And now we want to think about our rise. How far up or down are we moving? So when I think of our rise, we're not really rising that much. Like I said, it's kind of sloped. The slope is very, very gentle. So our rise, our up and down, is just 1. And then we want to look at our run. So how far is it running? Oops, let's do from here all the way down to here. How many is that? So I'm just going to start back here and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is messy, but I got 6. So because 1/6 is positive, our slope is 1/6. All right, let's go ahead and finish with example D. So this one, we first want to identify what type of slope it's going to have. And as you read the graph from left to right, you notice that it is trending in a downwards pattern. So if it's going down from left to right, it's going to probably be a negative. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a negative. And let's see if our numbers show that. So the first step is to find your 2 points, -4, 1 and 1, -2. And then we want to think about our rise over our run. Up and down, over left to right. So if I look at shape, our rise is going to be right here. So how many is that? And you just count. So 1, 2, 3, but we're going down. So we're going to call it a -3. And then our run is going to go from here all the way over here. So now we're going to count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our slope is negative, just like we predicted, -3/5. So at this time, I would like you to go on to the next page, and there are some on your owns. These are all either going to be positive or negative slopes, but I would like you to find your rise over run and do the best that you can. Good luck.